Am I working from home? Yes. Hi there, my name is Kyana, and today I will be talking about working from home and the changes that I've experienced. So since my last video, I have started my master's degree at Bournemouth University. I'm studying innovation management and entrepreneurship. My entire first semester is basically online, so I've had to adapt to a different way of learning, and there's pros and cons to the situation, but the university is really supportive during this time, and it's a learning curve, but I wouldn't say that it's impossible to do. So, lesson 1 of working from home, the attire. I spend a lot of my time in trackies, but I tend to dress up my upper half because I work 2 jobs now, and both of them are working remotely, but I always have to be on video calls or in meetings. I think what has really helped over the past couple of months is to sort of develop a little bit of a routine. So I'm up at about 8 o'clock every morning, and I have coffee, I have breakfast, I get showered and dressed, and I sort of sit down at my desk and I start going through my planner. Since I work 2 jobs, it does mean that I have to find a balance between doing my work but also tackling my master's degree. And in order to do this, I have various methods, such as time blocking. This is when you block off a certain amount of time within your day, and you essentially have that time to get as much work done as possible, and it's a little bit more realistic because you can manage your expectations about how much work you're actually going to get done. The other thing I do is I use my planner religiously. I put all of the information in there, and then I write sticky notes of extra little tasks that I need to do for each project. The way that my lectures are running now are we have pre-recorded lectures, and I have about 6 hours of contact time, but this does mean that I need to schedule watching those pre-recorded lectures before the session, because I don't want to turn up to a seminar having not done the work beforehand and sort of sitting there and not understanding exactly what they're talking about. So I've sort of developed a schedule where I watch a pre-recorded lecture 2 days before the seminar, so I have some time to process through it, go through the extra readings, and just make sure that I've got everything relatively under the control until I get to the lecture. The other thing that I really love about working from home is I could have a lecture from 10 till 12, and then I am required to be at my job from like 12 till however long. And it's really great because I could switch off from my lecture and move straight on to just doing some work. My main piece of advice is if you are working from home, make sure that you designate a special section in your room or in your house that is purely for working. I personally bought myself a desk, and I made sure that everything that I need for work or uni is at this desk. And it's a little bit easier to focus because I'm not in bed, and I am able to sort of program my mind to think, oh, okay, this is my workspace, I have to get things done here. If you too are planning on working from home or finding a job, the university website, My Career Hub, is really great for finding jobs. All of the companies that are advertising positions on there have spoken to the university beforehand, and they have written job descriptions, and having everything sort of Bournemouth University based is a lot easier to deal with. Just make sure that your CV and your covering letter are the best that you can make it. It doesn't have to be perfect, and if you feel like you need a little bit more guidance from it, you can definitely speak to staff at the Career Hub, and they will give you some advice on that. There's also loads of workshops on My Career Hub on how to write a CV, and personally I've found them really useful. Speaking of workshops, there are loads of things that are happening at the university right now. I understand that most of the time you're not able to be there physically in person. There are workshops such as the STEEP workshops. These are really great because you get to speak to employers from various businesses where they have had to adapt to the change as well. They just give really good advice on like how to have a really good LinkedIn profile, how to get noticed, how to manage your time a little bit better, the importance of technology in times like these. Working from home is such a huge change, but it is just about adapting, and there are loads of tools out there that can help you along the way, such as Zoom or Slack or Trello. So I would definitely encourage you to do some research on those. And once again, if you need any advice on absolutely anything, feel free to watch more vlogs and read more blogs from other Bournemouth University students.